dangerously misleading. You see a number like this, 99%. And what's your gut reaction? That's pretty amazing, right? I mean, if an AI company tells you their model is 99% accurate, that sounds like a home run. It's practically perfect. But is it really? And that right there is the big question we're tackling today. Because, and this might surprise you, in the world of artificial intelligence, a 99% accuracy score can sometimes be hiding a complete and utter failure. The story behind that number is almost always more important than the number itself.
Okay, so here's how we're going to break this down. First, we'll bust that 99% accuracy myth wide open. Then, we'll use a classic dartboard analogy to make these ideas super clear. After that, we'll get into the real outcomes of an AI's predictions, hits, misses, and alarms, and apply them to two totally different real-world examples before wrapping up with the one big idea you really need to remember.
So let's just jump right in. That flashy 99% number, it can be so deceptive. And this is especially true when an AI is trying to find something really rare, kind of like looking for a needle in a haystack.
Just think about this for a second. Imagine an AI's only job is to find one specific person in a crowd of 100. Now, what if that AI just plays it safe and says, nope, not here, for every single person? Well, it's going to be right 99 out of 100 times. It gets a 99% accuracy score, an A+, but it completely failed at the one thing it was supposed to do. And this is where we see the huge gap between being right in general and being usefully right.
All right, to really nail this down, we're going to use a super simple classic analogy that does a perfect job of separating these two big ideas. Let's talk about a dartboard. This is going to help us really see the difference between accuracy and its very important twin, precision. So first up, we have accuracy. In our little dartboard game, accuracy is just how close your darts land to the bullseye on average. It's all about correctness. You throw a bunch of darts, and if their average position is right in the center, hey, you've got high accuracy. Simple enough, right? But then there's precision. And precision is a whole different animal. See, this has nothing to do with hitting the bullseye. It's all about how tightly grouped your shots are. Are they all clustered together? It's about being consistent, repeatable. That is precision.
Okay, so what happens when we start mixing these up? Well, here you've got high accuracy, but really low precision. I mean, the darts are all over the place. If you average them all out, sure, the center is the bullseye, but any single throw is just completely unreliable. This is like an AI that's kind of right on average, but you can't actually trust any one prediction it gives you.
Now, let's flip it. This is low accuracy, but super high precision. Look at that tight cluster of darts. That is great consistency. The problem? They're all in the wrong spot. This can be even more dangerous. It's an AI that's very confident and very consistent in being completely wrong. And this, of course, is the goal. This is the holy grail. High accuracy and high precision. All your shots land in a tight little group, smack dab in the middle of the bullseye. This is an AI that's not just right, but it's reliably and repeatedly right. This is what we're always aiming for. Okay, so let's take these ideas from the dartboard and see how they apply in the real world. When an AI makes a call, there are really only a few things that can happen, and they have very specific names. We can have hits, misses, or wrong alarms. So, a correct hit, which is also called a true positive, is perfect. The AI found the thing it was looking for. A miss, or a false negative, well, that's a problem. It failed to spot something it should have. And a wrong alarm, a false positive, that's when the AI cries wolf. It flags something that was actually perfectly fine. So let's put this into practice with a really simple everyday example that we all get, our email's spam filter. The stakes here are pretty low, which makes it a perfect place to start. So here's where we really have to think about the cost of being wrong, right? A miss, where one spam email sneaks into your inbox, is just annoying. You hit delete, you move on with your day. But a wrong alarm, where an important email like a job offer gets sent to your spam folder, that could be a huge problem. So for a spam filter, we really want to avoid those wrong alarms. Okay, now let's crank up the stakes. A lot. Forget about emails. Now our AI is looking at a medical scan, trying to spot a serious disease. The context changes absolutely everything. And just look at how the whole equation flips. A wrong alarm here, telling a healthy person they might be sick, yeah, that's going to cause a lot of stress. It means more tests, more worry, but ultimately they're safe. But a miss, telling a sick patient that they're perfectly healthy, that is a catastrophic, life-threatening failure. In this case, you'd rather have 100 false alarms than even a single miss. So where does all this leave us? It means we have to stop looking at just the flashy headline numbers. We have to start asking deeper questions about what an AI is really doing, and crucially, what happens when it gets things wrong.
Let's just put it all together in one place. Accuracy is asking, is the AI right overall? It's looking at the whole dartboard. But precision asks a different question. When the AI does say it found something, can I trust that call? It's only looking at that little cluster of shots. And the danger is that high accuracy can hide a totally useless AI, while high precision can hide an AI that misses almost everything important.
And that really boils down to the single most important lesson here. The biggest question you can ask about any AI system isn't just about how often it's right. It's about what the consequences are when it's wrong.
So the next time you see a headline bragging